Hi everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me today for another card in my 2020 holiday card series. It's good to be back with you guys. Sorry about missing Monday. It's been a rough couple of days. Actually, it's been a rough couple of weeks. So I've decided to use this image from the Etsy shop that I featured. This is the same artist that did the little snowman with the star and the gift. And what I've decided to do is just cut her out with a stitched rectangle from Pink and Main, and then I used the largest stick rectangle to cut out this piece of paper. You'll see that later. This is a piece of paper from Penny Black from a couple of years ago. Here's the colors I'm going to be using. I picked that pattern because of the patchwork and the little patchwork on the cute little teddy bear. This image is so sweet, and I don't even know that I feel like I did it justice because it's just so pretty. So I'm just coloring it light to darkest here. Nothing really crazy or anything too dark or too heavy because I wanted to keep it really, really light. Initially, I wasn't going to do red on the stocking. I wanted red. I wanted it to be more aqua than red, but then I decided that I really like the idea of the red stocking with some white, and you'll see me add that later. So I'm just going around and adding some darkness, and again, going darkest to lightest, and then back to lightest to darkest. Simple, easy coloring, not worried about a whole bunch of shading. Just going all around. So for those of you who have been commenting, thank you very much. This Friday, I will go back through and do the drawings for all of the giveaways that I had planned for this month. Don't forget, every video will have a question, but not every question will have a giveaway. So I'll ask you a question in just a little bit. But yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's my train of thought. So you'll see me referencing the hex chart from Sandy Allnock. If you have Copics, invest. It's like $4.99. It goes to a really great artist, but that really helped me so much on this card because I could pull my pattern paper. I can see which one kind of looked the same, and then I could pick colors around it instead of having to go 100 different times and use 25 different markers. So it really was a good investment. I recommend that 110%. It also shows me where I might want to invest next in markers rather than just trying to fill a color space, because I still have a lot of E's to get. I have a lot of Y's and YG's to get. So I really recommend it. So I'm feeling much better. Thank you very much for all of your kind comments. Last Friday, I ended up having a steroid injection in the bottom 4 layers of my cervical spine. And so it was a steroid and a numbing agent. And of course, I'm diabetic, so the steroid has sent my blood sugar crazy. And then on top of that, I wasn't able to take my anti-inflammatory. And we got a cold spell here in Texas. I mean, it's cold. It's going to be like in the 40s today. So that hasn't been helping. So it's been pretty rough. I've been fasting. I've been trying to do 72 hours at least. I started Sunday night. And I'll probably keep going just to help get my blood sugars down and just to help feel better. So it's been kind of rough. I sat down yesterday, which was Monday, to film, and I probably have 5 hours of footage and no finished products. I just felt like I felt like I'd lost my mojo for a minute. And I couldn't, everything all the ideas I had wouldn't come out of my head like I wanted them to. So I just gave up, spent the rest of the day kind of reading and napping. And then this morning I woke up and I knew that I wanted to start with this little teddy bear. So there'll be another video coming on Friday that will be more involved. So this one was a bit easier. It's still involved because there's a lot of coloring, but as far as die cutting and those kinds of things, Friday's card will be more involved with that way. And then next week, I don't remember the exact date. I think it's the 8th, actually. I will actually be over on the scrapbookpal.com YouTube channel because I was selected to be on their design team, and I am so stinking excited. You guys know I've been talking about Scrapbook Pal for years. That's where I've been buying all my Copics. They ship super fast. It's really, really inexpensive. They have one of the lowest prices on markers on the internet. So check them out. They carry Lawn Fawn, Honeybee Stamps, Gina K, My Favorite Things, all sorts of things. So I will be over there next week. I'll try to let you guys know the exact date. But if you haven't subscribed to them, please do. I'll be over there, I think once a month, showcasing cards and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I wasn't sure if I was going to do any design teams, but that one came up and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it a try. And I submitted my little bunny card. I think that's the key. That bunny card is probably one of the best things I've ever done in my whole entire life. And if you guys aren't sure what I'm talking about, I'll try to remember to link the video at the end on the Inslate, but it was part of the My Favorite Things Sky High card kit videos that I did, and I did little bunnies on the clouds with the moon, and I just think it turned out so cute. So here I'm trying to decide what color card base I wanted, because I felt like the red wasn't quite the right tone, and then this is the new green that I got from My Favorite Things, and I felt like it was too kind of pukey, and then Granny Apple Green wasn't working, so I settled on Bermuda Bay. This is Bermuda Bay from Stampin' Up. Bermuda Bay from Stampin' Up. And I've cut this down to 4 1/4 by 11. Then I've scored it at 5 1/2. And I'm just cutting down an inside card layer to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to adhere all that together just using some tape runner from Amazon. And then I am going to go around my little image with some bead quadruple zero. So the white is actually from white gel pen. I completely forgot to tell you that. So I did the white gel pen, then I set this aside to dry because the gel pen will smear if you don't take a minute to dry it. And here I just used it to touch up where I oversaturated the paper a little bit. So I'm just going around it with this blue because, I like to do that. It kind of grounds the image a little bit. And I didn't want it to be a solid color behind it because to me it's hanging on a fireplace. But I didn't want to mess with trying to draw a fireplace. I honestly didn't. So I'm going to bring in dimensionals because my Big Mama Scotch tape was not on my desk. I hadn't moved it since I did my class last weekend. So I'm going to add a ton of dimensionals. You don't have to add this many, but I like to sell my cards and I want to make sure that either if I'm selling them or giving them away that it last until they get to their destination. Speaking of selling cards, I'm hoping to have my Etsy shop reopened on November 1st. That way, if you guys are interested in buying any of the cards that you've seen, or if you want sets, etc., we can absolutely do that. So I'm bringing in this Merry Christmas die, and I believe this was from Sizzix because I wanted the sentiment, but I didn't want to stamp something. So I had this in mind. Initially, I thought I was going to do red, but then I was like, I don't want red on red. So I ran it through and did Bermuda Bay. And then I brought it in, and you guys will have to let me know. That'll be the question of the day. Merry Christmas or Merry or neither. Actually, let's say sentiment or no sentiment. Let me take a drink. Do you like it with the sentiment or do you like it without the sentiment? That's the question of the day. So, I didn't love the blue. And then I was like, well, I don't want it on the inside either. So I thought, let's do glitter. So I brought in this piece of, this is Die Cuts with a View, I think. One of their glitter pads. I love this glitter paper because it doesn't shed. Like there's no glitter. You don't get any glitter on you. Which is fantastic. So I brought this in and then I was like, okay, but now you can't see it. So then I thought, I'm just going to do a drop shadow. And then I thought, you know what, let's bring in the red. So I'm going to do, this is Poppy Parade from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to cut out the Merry Christmas and I'm just going to use the Merry. That's what I end up deciding to do. And I'm running this through my Gemini that's on my left. Using a brad setter to poke out the letters that didn't get cut out all the way. And I used the emboss slide. I really could have gone without it, but it is what it is. Oh, excuse me, my stomach's growling. So So there I was like, okay, so I like the red, but then I thought, you know what, let's just do it triple way. So that's what I end up doing. So the Bermuda Bay is going to be on the very bottom. Then I'm going to have the Poppy Parade, and then I'm going to top it with the glitter. I'm going to bring in some Tombow Mono liquid glue. If I had thought this through, I would have used the adhesive sheets. That way the adhesive would have already been on the back. But I haven't used Tombow in a hot minute. I actually found some in my stash. I didn't think I had any, but I found it. So yay for me. So I'm just offsetting these so it has a little bit of a drop shadow, which just means that there's a color next to it that's going to look like a shadow. And I offset all 3 layers so you could see all 3 layers here. And then to adhere this, I'm bringing in some glue dots. I thought that might be the easiest way to adhere this. It was already had enough dimension. I didn't want to add any more because I want this to be able to go through the mail without having to be hand canceled. But after I get that adhered, I'm going to bring in some glitter because duh, it's misty and it's Christmas. And then I'm also going to bring in some glossy accent for the little eyeballs and the little nose. So this is what it ended up looking like. You guys, again, the question of the day is, would you have a sentiment or would you have left it without a sentiment? I can't decide. And now I kind of wonder if I shouldn't have done the red and the blue. I don't know. Or just left it. I don't know. I still think it turned out adorable. So quick lesson, don't go over the white gel pen the white gel pen with the glitter or it will smear. So just make sure you don't do that. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you having so much patience with me. I will see you Friday for another card in my 2020 holiday card series. Make sure you head over to scrapbookpal.com's YouTube channel and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.